Hello, welcome back to Blender Live. In this episode, I want to talk about like story making or screenwriting with the help of AI. I talked a little bit about Blender Screenwriter add-on in the past. So it's for Blender. So if you have like skill to write screenplays, this add-on could help you to put your screenplay into different shots in Blender, and then where you can replace it with like a storyboard or concept art. So this one is really powerful to start with. There's a new one from Tin to Tin, actually. This one called Palladium, generative AI for Blender VSE. So you can have like, I believe you can have like a text script, and then it's gonna turn it into video, sometimes with audio, sometimes with speech, sometimes probably just an image as well. So it's like a mix, kind of like a mix of concept arts, so that sort of thing. I think it's really powerful. I haven't tried this because it needs at least a CUDA NVIDIA card. It needs powerful machine. Could maybe work from Mac OS, but we already have a way to turn text into audio, to turn text into image, right? Even though without audio and it's not animated yet. So let's try something. Actually, for example, I found this video, this post on Twitter about a bunch of family of otters kind of wandering around the city of Singapore. This is actually an old video from 2021. I don't know how they escaped to the city, but it's kind of funny. The idea is funny. Just family of otters traveling through a busy city. It doesn't happen every day, so you can turn it into an animation maybe. So I jump into AI. This is actually OpenAI ChatGPT 3.5, not the smartest one. Smartest one is GPT-4. But anyway, this is the most accessible, let's say, short animation in style of Pixar and Disney animation. Think of ideas of short animations about Otters family visiting a city. This is something that you can write yourself, right? That's actually the most fun. But I'm just wondering if we just can keep pushing it, and see how where the AI gonna take us. Even though I know it's not the most humanly correct. I mean, if you're a human artist, I mean, there's the process and time to take to write a story and brainstorm a story. That's probably the most fun. You can spend days, weeks doing that. Let's try it. Let's say you have a week to finish it from scratch. Okay, make a story anyway. It makes us, okay, the AI even make an interesting story for us. The title, Utterly Amazing City Adventure. Okay, right. Heartwarming story animation follows the Otters family as they embark on a delightful journey to explore bustling city. So they are an otters, they are animals, and they're exploring the city. We didn't say what city, so it's just like generic kind of city. I could say Singapore city or Sydney or Paris. I haven't explored that idea, but just okay. The Otters family arrives in the city, wide-eyed, filled with curiosity. Okay, this is the first. It tries to break it into 6 different parts. They're wandering the city, so they need helps from friendly pigeon. Okay, this is cool. It's adding an ideas. William the Farious, iconic landmarks. It's pretty generic idea, but it's it's still a family of otters. They're animals. They will. Oh yeah, they find like a city's culinary. Maybe they visit some shops, or there's a food festival. Okay, this is actually interesting. I'll just gonna copy this, right? Gonna stop this. Okay, this is actually okay. this is from the first part. Otters family arrive in the city, right? It's probably in New York, city of New York, but they just arrive in the city. They feel alien. They could just be there's probably like movies about villagers visiting city the first time, or there's a lot of movie already about it. Could be aliens visiting the cities, but I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So the Otters family is supposed to meet a friendly pigeon. Just copy paste it. We can make a better prompt, but we're gonna try anyway. This one using Kandinsky. Kandinsky AI is not Stable Diffusion. This is Draw Things app using Stable Diffusion XL. So it's gonna take a while to create concept arts like this, but we're just gonna leave it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna copy paste. This is using Kandinsky. Usually it's more vibrant. It depends on the prompt really, but I just copy paste the ideas and then let the AI create concept arts for us to help with brainstorming. Or so we already in the concept art part. I will actually jump around. This is actually how my brain kind of works. Maybe I have some kind of Asperger syndrome. I don't know. But let's see. Let's try using. I'm using Pika Labs, right? I want to actually animate this a little bit without doing too much. Let's see our otter. They don't need to be animated really, but let's say we are making like a trailer for a movie. I think that's what the AI can be really good at. Trailer, it's just an idea, it's a concept. You want to sell these concepts and then develop it further. Let's say you don't have a week to make these concepts. You have just a day, which is pretty insane. Okay, now the AI is becoming a little bit crazy. As you can see, it has a pigeon, but the otters also become a pigeon because that's the way a prompt works very specifically, and sometimes the AI just mash everything together. So it's not really like a complete story yet. But however, you might find composition or ideas from a picture, right? You take it and you can redraw this in your storyboard, so it doesn't have to be like fully beautifully painted like this. You can see the otter now get the direction from the pigeon. So now it's already making more artworks for us. This one is still working. Okay, we see pigeon, the otter probably a bit lost. The pigeon will help them. The food fiasco, okay, this one we already up to this chapter. While doing this, actually I might just copy this and just paste it into another one. Okay, this is a script to video. This is Capcuts app. Capcut is a company under TikTok, I think. So Capcut can turn script into video, which is also a little bit crazy. I'm just gonna copy paste that. Actually, this one 20,000. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT from those outline stories above, turn it into interesting short story under 15,000 words about Otter family exploring city of Paris. Should I say Paris? Okay, city of Paris or Paris. Maybe nice. Let's say just New York. Interesting short story. Yeah, all right. Now we have chapter, and you can read this as a narrator, or you can turn this into screenplay. We need to define the character of the Otter family. Maybe, oh yeah, now the AI is starting to say there's Oliver, Olivia, Oscar, Oliver Jr. Yeah, anyway, 5 of them exploring the city. Now we have more. I'm just gonna copy paste into this. Generate. Use a smart generation. Oh, sorry, I was too fast. Basically, there's a smart generation and there's another one that can use your photo. Imagine in the future, okay, the AI is smart enough. Let's say you have like 500,000 photos and videos in your iPhone, and you can actually use those as a starting point for the AI. You probably don't have photos of otters unless you went to the zoo the other day, or you draw picture of otters if it's sourcing your iPhone. But let's say it's sourcing all the available materials from the internet, the one that's open source, the one that people can contribute, and now it's generating. So Capcuts a little bit crazy that way, I think. Otters Family. So now it's actually sourcing. It's already making this movie titled The Otterly Amazing Adventure in New York City. Okay, we have the video. I don't call it like a full. This is like a full story. It's not animated. It's all, the style is random because it's pulling image from internet. Let's take a look at this. Anyway, it's become almost 3 minutes.
Title: The Otterly Amazing Adventure in New York City. Word count: approximately 15,000 words.
It's actually
Chapter 1: City of Dreams. The Otters family, consisting of parents Oliver and Olivia,
yeah, right.
and their 3 playful pups, Oscar, Olivia JRB, and Oliver JRB, arrive in the bustling
Nothing to
city
do.
of New York.
Nothing to do
They
with
step
otters. We
out
have
of their
monkeys, but
cozy den and onto the streets, their eyes widening at the towering skyscrapers and the vibrant energy that fills the air. Chapter 2: Meeting Manhattan Mallory.
I think the story is a little bit hallucinating, but they are already in city of New York, and then I think they're encountering friendly squirrel now instead of pigeon. Exploring city iconic landmarks. So it's very generic. They find foods. They went over food festival, and in Central Park they meet a talented street performers. Okay, this is actually the interesting part actually. So after the food fiasco, they meet a talented street performers. Obviously, they're animals. They can also meet a talented street buskers, and so that could be the next one. See the image. We get some image about this Otter family. So it's even though we don't have full story yet. We have a bit of outline of the story by the AI. Now we have some kind of imagination. It's almost like our brain can kind of interpolate that ideas as well, because now we are seeing this image of Otter family. Yeah, this SDXL base is kind of doing this quite imaginatively. It's quite interesting. So now we only have a single otter instead of family. Maybe this one got lost. Maybe the family, the parents and the kids, maybe they have different interests. They get separated maybe. So that's adding some complexity to the story. Anyhow, this one seems to like the pigeon. The pigeon takes him around. The next part, meet a talented performer. Street performers, definitely an interesting part. Okay, this one. Kandinsky also make. With the Kandinsky, it's a lot faster. This one is free at the moment. I don't know. It's with Fusion Brain. But we can get image from this as well. So by prompting, okay, street musician, performance busker, the otters become friend, and now they are also performing. It's cute. Grand finale, sun sets. Okay, it's only one day. They only have one day to explore the city. Maybe they actually escape from the zoo. So it's very, very generic ideas. It can make like a children books maybe. sun sets and then farewell, say goodbye. Maybe one day they're gonna return, head back to their den. It could just be like a Ninja Turtles exploring the city. Street performance, now it's becoming realistic. So with the prompt, it's really random. I like this painting style. We should actually specify oil painting or something. So that's basically the process so far. Yeah, the busker, jazz performance, impressive dance movement. That's gonna be kind of cute. The night to remember, the sunset, the city is getting darker, and they say goodbye to their friends and then back to their cozy den. Okay, maybe the otters live with a family, human family, now back to their home. I don't know. Yeah, it's been done. The story is not new, but what could be added? This is like I think really pretty much generic, right? The busker, taste of the city, farewell, night to remember. Okay, the sunset part, I want to see. This is the animations that the AI generated for us. Very generic. From the single image, it's making this few seconds of animations of the otters just standing there, a little bit confused in the city. They're lost. They're like villagers. First time visiting the city. So many cars, a bit of pollution, very noisy, things like that. Very, very basic. So yeah, I also want to show you this one from Katsuka. It's news about this movie called The Peasants. This movie, I believe, is coming out soon. So similar to Loving Vincent, a bunch of artists, spending about 230,000 hours of hand-painted rotoscope during 3 years. It's rotoscope and animated, maybe acted as well, but it's quite amazing. It's beautiful. So it's based on painting. Very high skill artists will be required, and then they put maybe music like a classical level, hand painted. This is like very laborious, but it's still pretty amazing. I want to see this in a full big screen, IMAX or something. So it's something that we could probably recreate if you it's possible to create something like this with the help of AI. I know there's a moral issue, whatever, but I think conceptually we can actually already make this. And the AI, if it's just like a style transfer, it should be able to do that. And then if it's hand painted frame by frame, that's more laborious. The AI can do it from, if we use outline or like using 3D, or even actually just shoot your friend, make a movie just to make a story. I don't know what's gonna be based on. This one is based on the painting. This is in Polish. Just gonna use AI to translate it. Peasants. So anyhow, that's the arts, of course, gonna be laborious. It's not like magic and instant, but I still think there might be something here. It's not that we are doing nothing. We're gonna have to come back to this, and then actually when we get to the details and writing the story of this Otter family. But I quite like the title anyway. It's all pretty like it's like an improvisations, and that's why the AI is really good. Human creativity and AI, because AI does it really quickly, so you can probably work on this a little bit more. I think I'm pretty happy if you pretending to be otters, like an avatar, wearing like otters onesie and go out, and then it's gonna be a little bit strange, but it could be an idea. Anyway, the Otters family arrives in the city. They enjoy the city. It's all very generic. Maybe we can improve this a little bit more based on the rewrite the synopsis above and turn it into short story under 20,000 about Otter family exploring the city of Sydney, Australia. Sydney or Melbourne, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, done. In fact, maybe you're gonna visit the city one day, and this is just like you are imagining you're a bunch of otters. If it's Sydney, okay, right, this is gonna be another generic story. Okay, sunset, a family of otters. Let's say I create a new project. Yes. Script to video. So you can copy paste. But this is 2000. Smart generations. 2000 words. Utterly amazing adventure in Sydney. Okay. Tomorrow I'll make Tokyo. It's doing another Oliver Olivia. That means it has some kind of weird template. I think we need a way to make this a little bit more interesting. Sydney Opera House, Harbour Bridge, maybe the rocks, Bondi Beach, culinary, Vegema. It's all very generic. So I don't mind it. At first, it's all very generic. Meeting Matilda, a wise and gentle kangaroo. Wow. Okay, Aboriginal rock learns about Dreamtime. A little bit generic, maybe a little bit like more touristic. But who knows? You might be able to write something. You have to be able to write something more interesting than this generic stuff, right? Okay.
Title: The Otterly Amazing Adventure in Sydney. Word count.
Okay, and again, it's doing this. Okay, they're gonna have picture of koala exploring Bondi Beach. It's not using AI with Capcut story to video. It's not using AI to generate image, but you can take this sentence and then just ask AI to generate each one of them. So this is I think the idea of the same to Palladium Blender add-on. Should be able to convert this into AI generated image. This at the moment is using image and photos from internet, right? But it's you can make storyboard. So maybe that's what I should try to do with grease pencil, make storyboard and try to make a short story from that. So why we start with otters? Because we saw that on Twitter. So I don't know. It doesn't need to be otter, but could be any other animals. But anyhow, yeah, it's just an idea. Oh, see, this one already. Pigeon, street busking. They're performing, maybe dancing, make people happy. Okay, stop there. So obviously GPT 3.5 is not enough for this, and it could probably never be enough. Expand those stories into 15,000 words, stories detailing each section. But at least we have some kind of outline that where we're gonna take this further. Does it? Okay, somehow it's starting to get crazy. And Vivid Sydney Festival. Okay, it's like after the sun goes out in nighttime, they're experiencing the Vivid Sydney. Oh yeah, it's very Sydney stuff. You should also visit places like Newtown or Glebe, or like maybe Crown Street, Surrey Hills, or some they could try like fancier restaurants around. Anyhow, yeah, I think it does try something, but it's all very generic. All the details. I mean, if it's a character, you want to act the characters, you want to push that ideas, you can. This is not a prompt, but ideally, this could grow into more like a screenplay. There's a dialogue, and then there's the visual for each dialogue. There's still like a lot of process to create the story, but while doing this, of course, the whole thing is improvisation, right? It's all generic, but I started with the idea from Twitter. This video inspired the animations, and even though it's all very generic, you can always, if you're like if you're telling a story to a kid and you kind of make a quick imagination, like is it gonna be a funny movie? It's a little bit, we already have some ideas how this is gonna go. I live in Australia, in Sydney, so I know, kind of have visuals about all of this, and I can probably expand more on it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about. I think I wish I have access to Palladium. I really curious. Obviously, then we're gonna end up with movies. Usually break it into screenplay, and then and you start making storyboard, and the storyboard is we start to have visuals. So which is why I think there's still the process of movie making, and we direct if we want to turn it into animation or live action. This one is gonna be animation anyway. Then we start to direct and make a camera composition, make like a comic books. Palladium might be interesting if it can generate even just a flip book of concept arts. Yeah. I don't know, this one, let's see. Maybe the authors even visiting their relative at the zoos. I don't really like the zoo. I like seeing some animals, but if I visited the Tarunga Zoo multiple times, it feels sad seeing the animals inside the cage. So the otters. So anyhow, it's the story. So we got a story pretty much. We even after watching this video, you might have some thought about Otters family visiting big cities. So it could be like a children's book. Maybe it's already been done. I don't know. If we Google it, children books about otter family visiting big city. It's probably been done. I don't know. I think it's probably been done out there. But it's just really weird. If you dig inside, and there's actually there's a lot of stories being made, and only few of them becoming movie. Obviously, there must be some kind of process. Animals visiting story. It's been done. It's been done million times. In fact, yeah, maybe it's the more you think about it, the more it's kind of weird. It's been done million times, and maybe in different language as well, not just English. Obviously, some stories never translated into, it's not like they're always published internationally. But anyhow, it's an idea. I get AI to help me to create this thing. Maybe I have some more ideas to add. The 3.5 AI is a little bit stupid. I should have gone to 4. I cannot send it because I didn't pay for ChatGPT. So yeah, but I like this anyway. I just gonna copy it. The last one in the city of Sydney. Copy, paste. For the future of storytelling, I don't know. I talk about storyboard and just to think about the render. But what if this is becoming an experience and we want to turn it into VR or AR, and then you actually applying it into real city of Sydney, and then you have family of otters, and you kind of using your maybe Apple Vision Pro and kind of exploring the city together with the otter family, right? It could be an idea for future idea for visitors of Sydney, tourists, travel agency. Maybe they want to expand this really creative idea. They give this story to the tourists. Okay, why don't we explore the city just like this Otters adventure? They actually make a movie, short movies based on this. Okay, anyway, I'm just brainstorming. We don't know. I still wanna connect it back into Blender, Chris Pencil, and maybe animations can be done. But when we start to get to applying it in virtual areas, we need game engine, Unity, Unreal, or Godot. It's something that I haven't really looked into. But for storyteller, director, if you can make a poem based on this as well. Currently, I think I'm really interested with Charles Bukowski. I don't know why, but this guy, American German poet and novelist, he writes a lot of poem, and now in style of Charles Bukowski, make me poem about Otter family visiting busy city. In the heart of busy city speed. Family of otters, concrete urban jungle, find a way. It's like to be all. Some of them are really generic. Maybe it's not really Bukowski. Yeah, I think if you read a lot of poems, this could be just generic. It's not really. Now rewrite it in style of Murakami. I don't know if Murakami have style of writing, but I heard, yeah, it thinks it's like Murakami. How about rewrite it in style of Kafka? cover. So I think it can just keep going, but there's a twist and things that you can add to it. You can make this more like funnier story. I like comedy movies, so they have to live somewhere, right? But they don't have place to stay. They cannot stay in a hotel. Maybe they live inside hospital for a week or so. So they're kind of illegal tourists visiting the city, but they're still having a fun adventure. I don't know if the police gonna call them, but yeah, it's become weird story. If it's just children's story, it's Otter's family. They escape from their cage and they explore the city for a day, just like a human. They have their freedom for a day, and then it's a very generic story. But anyhow, the AI helps me to explore that idea just for an hour or so. Now I have in my mind, I know I did an author's story, even though it's unfinished. It feels like I just saw the whole animations. It feels like that, and I wonder if that's a good idea. I don't know. Next time I explore the city, I could think of the Otters family. Yeah, even though we didn't really define the Otters family, we didn't define the character, but could be a character that you takes from your own family. For example, they enjoy the beach for sure if they play around the city or the river. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you find this useful, inspiring, whatever. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.